Hi Daisy, how are
Hi,
you?
how are you? I'm good, I'm good.
I'm good. I think we all are just doing good, I feel. And of course, the lockdown has been extended. It feels like, summer vacation is going on.
Yeah.
What about you? How many days of being at home only?
I've been at home since day one and
Okay.
I'm pretty much okay with it. Initially, I was a little scared or I was a little panicking, thinking that इतने
Okay.
दिन घर पे बैठ के करेंगे क्या? But honestly, there are so many things to do at home.
But Daisy, you're glowing for sure. Like you're looking very gorgeous. And of course, you've lost a lot of weight also. So looks like you're
Yeah, that
eating
is
as well
there
as you're working
because
out.
what I've realized in this quarantine period is that the amount of weight loss that you can get by doing only the household work is tremendous.
Yeah. So what
Yeah.
all household work are you doing? Like, are you doing the, room cleaning and everything like that?
I am doing the cleaning. Also, sometimes I'm doing the utensils.
Okay.
Uh, so yeah, it and since गर्मी भी बहुत बढ़ गई है, तो you sweat a lot. You sweat even more.
Yeah. But Daisy, for that matter, are you staying all alone in this place
No,
or like
no,
your family is
I
living?
live with my family. I have my sister,
Yeah.
my mother, and my nephews right now at home. So it's a full
That's
house, which
yeah.
also keeps me sane.
Yeah. So you must be enjoying also. So you're cooking a lot of food items also. I saw you going
I
by
am
with the
cooking a lot
Chinese.
of desserts. I am not a cook at all. I do not know how to cook food, but since we have a lot of time in our hand, I was just trying my hands on making a little bit of desserts here and there, but the easy ones, not the professional ones that chef make. No, I can't do that.
Daisy, which all films of yours have been put on hold following the quarantine phase right now, the lockdown?
So the shooting of my film, which I was shooting in Chandigarh for, it's called See You in Court. So we are left with the post production of the film, and that is stuck right now. And there was a film which was starting by end of April again because our lockdown has extended, so it's going to get pushed ahead by a month or so. But yeah, these are the two projects, and there was a web series for which the talks were on, and that was definitely going on floors later. But even their pre-production phase work has dropped because of the entire current situation that we are dealing with.
But also tell me about the first film you spoke about. What is your role and like seems to be like thoda, like a thriller kind of movie. Tell me something about your role and about this
No, it
movie.
is not. It's actually a very, very basic topic, I would say, which has been neglected for the longest. The film is about a 12-year-old kid who is not happy with the fact that his parents are getting divorced and he files a case against them. And I'm playing the child psychologist in the film.
That's a very good. I mean, like a bit of
Yeah.
a serious role because
It is,
handle.
and also it's because it the film shows that how a kid deals with all the problems that his mother and father are going through, and again, it's about the mental situation of the particular kid's child whoever is going through this stress because come on, a 12-year-old kid or any kid, as a matter of fact, does not have to deal with that stress.
But for your role, how did you prep for the role? Because did you take inspiration from anyone who's a
Luckily,
psychologist?
we had a real life child psychologist on set 24/7. I did not do any kind of theory work, but I did a lot of practical work because I observed her, the way she treated her patients and how she talks to them and how the way she conducts herself. So that was more important for me, and I felt it had helped me a lot rather than going by the theory and understanding in practical. They're two different things altogether.
Also, you are going to work in a Gujarati film. Salman Khan has tweeted about it.
I already shot for the
Yeah.
Gujarati film. It released last year,
But
and
huh.
the film got the best film award, and I got the
Yeah.
best actor award
So
for
that's
that.
what,
So,
like, you have worked in a Gujarati film. My question
hmm.
was that, like, that you are also Gujarati, I believe, and you
Yes,
have
I am.
worked in a Gujarati film. How was it working in a regional cinema for you?
It wasn't that difficult, or the experience does not change at all, because I started with a regional film. I was doing Kannada films before doing a Bollywood film, right? So the process pretty much remains the same. It doesn't change, except that there are little uh, aspects that regional cinema has to make sure, because obviously there's a budget crunch. They have to finish the film in a certain amount of time, and they have to release it on the certain decided date or something like that. So yeah, there is a lot of money crunch, there is a lot of time crunch, so that is something, and you have to work within those aspects. um, Rather than the entire film process, I guess any film industry you take, it pretty much remains the same.
But also in Jai Ho, we have seen you like using that Gujarati language, because even in that movie also you had that role. So that was also very cute actually. Was that movie a debut for you, or like you had already done movies down south?
Bollywood, yes, it was my debut film as an actress.
Yeah.
So yeah, that, yeah.
When you were approached for this role to play the leading lady of Salman Khan, in this movie Jai Ho, and I'm sure Salman Khan might have had a word with you about the same. What was your what was your expression, and how did you feel when you were approached for this role?
To be honestly saying, I pretty much had no expression on my face. Maybe because I was trying to deal with the fact that, oh, I am doing a Salman Khan film and the leading lady. So I was completely expressionless at that particular time, and Salman sir himself told me that, Daisy, what is wrong with you? If anybody in your position right now would be jumping on the sofa and must be dancing on the table. I said, no, no, I am very happy from the inside, but I don't know how to express it. I'm still trying to, believe the fact that I am doing the film. But then after 2 days, when the entire thought sunk in, and I actually dealt with the reality that is going to happen to me, I think that's after 2 days, my reaction came out.
But also, Daisy, you have worked with him. I think, as a choreographer, like you used to dance,
As an assistant choreographer, yes.
assistant choreography. I think in Tere Naam, if I'm not
I've
wrong.
done
Correct
a lot of films with him. I've done
Yeah.
Tere Naam, I've done Got to See Great Ho, I've done
Yeah.
Maine Pyar Kyun Kiya, a lot of films as an assistant choreographer with him.
So, from changing your career from being a choreographer to acting, how was that? How did that shift happen? Like you always wanted to be an actress, or what were your career goals before
I
that?
wasn't sure what I wanted to be or what I wanted to take up as the career. But then one day came where I had to make my mind and think about a career that I want to pursue. And when I gave it a thought, I had already invested almost around 7 to 8 years in the entertainment industry, and the only sensible step was to go ahead, staying in the same field, because unknowingly I've learned the entire filmmaking process, and I had a lot of knowledge about it. So the only sensible decision was to go ahead with being in the same industry. And then again, because I come from an assistant from the choreography background,
Yeah.
I never wanted to be a choreographer, because for me, I cannot conceive steps. Easily put, I cannot put my brains and dance together. So for me, dancing is a stress busting kind of a thing. So the only option that I was left with, acting, and then I started doing a few modeling assignments, and then fortunately I got a film down south, and that's how the career started in south. But again, whenever I came back to Mumbai after my South projects, I had almost 2-3 months in between as a break, as a buffer, for the another film to start. So in those 2-3 months, I continued my assistant choreography, because that I cannot sit at home. I have to be working almost every day of my life. So I came back. I went to Wahi for the Bang song shoot. That's where I met Salman sir, and then the entire Bollywood journey started.
Your equation with Ganesh Acharya was not, in good terms and all after a point. Did
Not
you reach
really. I
out?
mean, this is.
Yeah.
I don't know who's spreading these rumors and all. In fact, I have met Ganesh sir so many times.
Oh,
At
okay.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I
I
have
would like
met.
you to clarify because this
I
keeps on
I
coming up a
know
lot
it's
of
it's
times.
just a rumor that's been spread by someone, and I don't know for what reason. But I have met Master Ji at Umang show. I've met him at few award functions, and we're pretty much okay.
Hmm.
So no,
Okay.
there is no bad water between him and me. I have worked under him as an assistant choreographer, so he has been my guru in some way, and that is something that I will not forget.
Hmm. Okay. That's nice of you to see that. Daisy, if not being an actress, if not being an actor, what would you choose as your alternative career?
Well, I wanted to be an air hostess, and my dad wanted me to become an IAS officer. So any one of those two.
It's a tough job for sure. I mean, like I can imagine you playing, an IAS officer for sure.
Yeah,
That's
I
of course
think
like
the love for that job again. It's come alive in me. It's because I played a police officer in my Gujarati film, and
yeah.
I really like the feel. I mean, hats off to all the police people who are doing a great job, and it is not an easy job. It is a difficult one. So, yeah.
What kind of roles attract your attention? Like, ye role karna hai, like the kind of films you might have seen, the kind of roles the actresses are playing off late. What kind of roles attract your attention, Daisy?
Anything that is challenging enough,
Hmm.
which is completely out of my comfort zone, where I can challenge myself as an actor. So those are the roles that I would really like to play. And also, I am a die-hard romantic person when it comes to me. Uh, so romantic films is something that I would like to do someday, and also a film with a lot of action, because that is also something that I like doing.
Hmm. That's nice. But Daisy, you also said recently that you just don't want to do a film for the heck of it, like for the sake of it.
Yeah.
Which also means like you don't want to just pick up projects because acha theek hai ye approach kar diya hai and don't know how it is going to work on box office. So
Exactly.
how
Exactly.
do you make such decisions? Because you might not get to know. Sometimes what happens, the content is very good, but
Yeah.
the film doesn't fare well at the box office. Because people are
Yeah.
like, okay, isme, Khans are not there, isme Kumars are not there, isme Ajay Devgan is not there.
Hmm.
Sometimes the perception is like that, big actors are not there. So how
Yeah.
do you ensure that you pick up such roles where you also get that validation?
But I would also like to add to what you said is that today audience is very smart. They know what
Yeah.
they want to watch, and
Hmm.
that is the only reason why most of the the biggest of the films are failing at the box office, and the smallest of the films are doing really well. So audience have understood today that the content is above everything else, and if any film which has good content, it is bound to work at the box office.
Daisy, your dialogue in Race 3 was extremely famous, and I just want you to say that for once for all the audience out there.
You want me to say it here?
Yeah, please, because of course, I really like the dialogue.
Should I just tweak it a little since we are all
Okay,
in a lockdown? Yeah.
sure.
Our quarantine is everybody's quarantine, so please stay at home.
Wow, that's actually awesome. Daisy, recently, a troll tried to troll you to give donation and all. And I'm sorry to say this, but this happens to journalists also when we're trying to appreciate an actor's work or even politicians' work and all. We also often get trolled आपने कितना donation किया है, आप लोग करो ना types and like that. But
Hmm.
you actually gave a befitting reply to him. So I think that is quite courageous of you. But do you also many times get trolled like this? And how do you deal with such
I
trolls?
am, yes, yes. I think I'm the hot favorite amongst everybody who are like the troll target, and I am definitely topping the list. So yeah, but then I am pretty much okay with it. It did affect me initially, but I guess now I've just learned to ignore and look above everything else. So अगर वो troll करते भी है तो मुझे फर्क नहीं पड़ता, because what I have come to this realization is that a person can only give you what they have. So I feel sorry for them क्योंकि उनके पास hatred के अलावा कुछ नहीं है देने के लिए.
Also, like, I don't think so they should be putting pressure on, any of the actors when it comes to donating, because, what they might be doing personally might not even come out in open. Like, for example, Salman Khan never tweeted of what he's done, but
Exactly.
people are talking about it.
Yeah, but see, now that is the thing. In my case, even I don't like to talk about the good things that I do or I like to do, because then it is. I mean, तो वो एक कहावत है, उसका मतलब ही नहीं रहा ना कि नीचे तक दरिया में डालो.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Which makes no sense. If you want to say it out loud to the people that हमने ये किया है, हमने वो किया है, then the entire sole purpose is lost.
That's true.
So do it for your heart, do it for your sake, because I have realized one thing, that किसी का अच्छा करने में खुद को ही अच्छा फील होता है, and we have to feel happy about our situation, about our surroundings and everything, because that is the only thing that matters at the end of the day.
Daisy, one more question to you, and you were of course like trending when the Racery film released, and your meme were trending a lot. Like, have you personally enjoyed these memes? And even
I think people are so creative with the memes, especially these days, क्योंकि एक बकवास से बकवास चीज या एक इंटरेस्टिंग चीज को और इंटरेस्टिंग कैसे बनाया जाता है वो उनसे सीखो, and then I think I just applaud the kind of creativity they have.
You like looking at these memes and these funny videos and all, which keeps on posting on social media.
Oh yeah, I enjoy. In fact, I keep on forwarding it to my friends also. Any interesting meme that I come across, I have to forward it to them.
Have you tried a hand on creating memes or sharing some memes on your social media? Creating a meme
I do share it on the Insta story, but not as a post, because I mean, पता नहीं कभी किसी को, then I don't know कि credit किसको देना है किसको नहीं देना है. That's a problem also. Credit दो तो problem, नहीं दो तो problem. So it's better to take the safe way out कि 24 hours तक story पे रहेगा, and then अपने आप चला जाएगा.
Daisy, you're one of those lucky actresses who has not been linked with any actor so far. Touch wood.
Thank God. Thank God.
But if you would prefer getting linked with any actor, who would that be?
Nobody. As of now, I don't. This thought has not even crossed my mind, and randomly saying anybody's name here is going to definitely stir up some stupid situation for me. So I will not say it. And maybe in future, when we talk again in person, and you have the same question for me, I might have an answer.
Okay, cool. So I'll wait for that day after Corin's face for sure. But Daisy, have you had any crush on any actor, or you still have any crush on anyone, any actor?
No, I don't have a crush anymore, because I have the respect in me for that person has grown to a certain extent where every other feeling or emotion is just downsized or decreased. So when I saw मैंने प्यार किया, I was totally in love with Salman sir, and I think I have been his fan since my childhood, and the day I met him and I understood the person and the kind of person he is and his nature and the generous heart that he has. The respect for him has grown much, much more. And then I feel the crush level and the love level has gone down a little because of the great person that he is and the kind of things that he does for everybody without even thinking of, gaining anything out of it. So it is very important to focus on such aspects of a person rather than just loving them for their looks.
Did you see the 2020 version of Maine Pyar Kiya being posted by Salman Khan on his Twitter and social media? The 2020 version of it.
I think I haven't, because
you must watch that video. I think it's a hilarious version of it.
I think I'm going to just scroll through his Instagram or Twitter right now and see it.
He's also posted something like today. He's posted a picture actually,
Yeah, that
which
I saw. I
is
saw
quite
the
a
picture of
secular one.
someone praying and obviously
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
the
namaz and one is
namaz and yeah.
yeah.
So yeah,
So
I
that's
saw
a quite a
that.
secular picture, I'm sure.
It is.
Yeah. So you didn't feel like going to Panvel farmhouse because they are definitely over there only since a long time now, since 1 month. Ayush had a
Yeah.
chat with us and he said we just planned for one 1 week and now they are there and we just keep on seeing their videos and all. So you you didn't feel like you should have also been there.
No, so the thing is that he did ask me to go and join them at the Panvel farmhouse. But thing is that I wanted to stay home. I wanted to stay with my family because I have my mom and everybody else at home. And he also told me that why don't you get everybody here? But you know what? It just gets it's a little weird. Like आप खुद जाओ वो अलग है और आप अपनी पूरी फैमिली को किसके घर पे लेकर जाओ रहने के लिए, and that also for like a month and a half. It is a weird situation for everyone. Um, and again, this is supposed to be a lockdown, and it is supposed to be a lockdown in your houses, so I preferred staying in my house. So yeah, it's fine. I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Daisy, you had revealed recently that it's not it has not come easy for you to make a debut in Bollywood or have a career in acting, and you spoke about facing rejection when you had gone for auditions and all. So it has not come the easy way out for you, like someone just goes and talks for you and like for example when we talk about nepotism and all. I would want you to talk about this because people should realize that you don't have just the star connect of Salman Khan and you have got projects actually. You have got it through your
It
own
doesn't
hard work
know.
and through your
See, at the
rejection.
end of the day, so there are a lot of things that work together in this. It
Yeah,
is first of all being at the right place at the right time is very
yeah,
important. Also, rejection is something that everybody has to face, not only me, but it is the good thing out of is that it makes you understand. It makes you realize how to get positive out of the rejection. Like if you know that why you are rejected, you know that that is one quality that you have to work on so that next time you're not getting rejected. So I take it in a very positive way. I do not. So yeah, I mean, see, anything that you are being rejected for, it affects you initially, but when you go deep inside and give it a thought, you know that why this thing has happened and what you have to improve on and what are the things that you have to get better at.
I agree with you. But Daisy, have you ever become a victim of casting couch? Has have you ever
Luckily, no, I haven't. I am fortunate that I did not face that kind of a thing in my life. Maybe because I had the right people in my life to guide me through, and I'm just hoping and praying that something like this does not happen to me ever again.
But somewhere maybe your support to Tanushree Dutta during this Me Too movement, when you said where you totally understand stand by Tanushree Dutta, you were assisting Ganesh Acharya, came out in a wrong way. Somewhere your support for her Me Too scenario came out in a wrong way, and maybe that's why the reason why people say that oh maybe you had some apprehensions working with
No,
Ganesh
see,
Acharya.
people, I spoke what I knew.
Yeah,
I did not speak anything that I just wanted to say, or just because she's a girl I want to support.
yeah.
But the reason I said that, being a girl, I'm gonna support her. The only
Hmm.
thing is that I'm not being inhuman here, or I do not lack compassion. But when it comes to such things, if I'm not an eyewitness for it, if I haven't seen it with my eyes, I'm not just gonna jump into the boat and say कि हाँ मैंने भी देखा है करके. जब मैंने नहीं देखा है तो मैंने नहीं देखा है, पर अगर कोई बोल रहा है कि that person has gone through it and the person has suffered through it, I understand the situation, and I can only give them my support.
Also, Daisy, when you recently had said this also, that when Katrina Kaif dances in a in a film, it's a guest appearance. But if you dance, it becomes an item number, an item song.
Yeah.
Somewhere, do you feel they degrade, just because I'm not trying to demean you, but you're not as popular as Katrina Kaif. Uh, do you somewhere feel that way, or what
But
is the
isn't that
reason
a
saying that?
fact? That is a
Yeah,
fact that I live with, and so it also gives you that drive to, if Katrina has Katrina is one of the ace actresses that we have today in our industry.
Yeah.
And rather than comparing yourself and feeling bad about it, कि अरे वो ये level पे है मैं क्यों नहीं हूँ, I'd
हाँ.
rather tune myself in a way कि अरे अगर I will look at her as a role model and like you know यार मुझे भी कटरीना कैफ बनना है, मैं उतनी मेहनत करूंगी जितना कटरीना ने किया.
That's true.
I tune myself that way.
Yeah. Who has been the best critic for you in your family or like, in your friends and all? Who's the one you consider as your critic and like, get honest feedback and then you improvise accordingly?
Everybody, there is no buttering happening in my house. Everybody is very blunt with each other. Yeah. And it is a good thing because nobody's talking behind your back or something. अच्छा लगा मुंह पे बोल दो, बुरा लगा वो भी मुंह पे बोल दो. So that is the transparency that we have between ourselves, and that is something that a family should have.
Also, you have turned bossy with them because during the lockdown and all, ensuring that they are safe and they are just at home and they are
Yeah.
following the orders. So it's like the big boss
I think I
house
was
for
very
you.
bossy with my mom because she's 60 plus and I did not want her to go out at all. Even
Yeah.
now when she says that yaar bahut bore ho raha hai kahin jana hai, I said you better sit at home chupchap, whatever you want I'll go out and get it for you.
Wow. That's
So
sweet.
yeah, listen, we need to understand the seriousness of this thing and this COVID-19 because there are a lot of people who are not taking this seriously. उनको लगता है कि हाँ बस घर में बैठने बोल दिया है तो हम घर में क्यों बैठे क्योंकि हमको आदत नहीं है इतना टाइम घर पे बैठने की. But it is not about the safety of yourself only. It is also the safety for the safety of your family members, for your society or whatever building you are living in, your neighbors or whatever it is. So कुछ इम्पोर्टेंट होगा इसी के लिए सबको घर में बैठने बोला है ना. इसके अंदर इकोनॉमी भी तो ड्रॉप हो रही है, तो अगर आपको ये लग रहा है कि गवर्नमेंट अपना फायदा देख रही है, नहीं, इसके अंदर सबसे ज्यादा नुकसान उन्हीं का है.
Yeah.
क्योंकि इकोनॉमी ड्रॉप होती है when people stop working and people have been asked not to work.
Daisy, you had turned a shooter actually. And I
Yes.
would like to know your experience for this because, holding a rifle is not that easy. It's very heavy like that. So how did you do it? And I'm sure you
It takes a lot of practice. When you start with the rifle shooting, your wrist goes for a toss. It pains for it is sore for a week, 15 days, and that is something that. But because of the soreness, you have to keep practicing your rifle shooting because that is the only way it's going to build strength in your wrist. But it was fun, and I am still pursuing it. In fact, 1st April we had our shooting competition, which obviously was cancelled.
Yeah.
So let's see whenever next, and I'm going to participate.
I hope so. Daisy, when you are, stuck in a trouble or like in some problem, who do you reach out to, find solution for it or like just speak about it and, a friend you reach out to?
I try to solve it on my own, but if there are situations where I cannot do it on my own, especially when it comes to work, which is the entertainment industry, I seek advice from Salman sir because he is the one. He is my mentor. I am his protege, so I definitely call him and get some advice out of him. Other than that, if I have personal problems or something like that, I tend to deal with myself by myself. And I mean, या तो स्ट्रेस करके स्ट्रेस लेके वही सिचुएशन की वजह से आप स्ट्रेस अपना बढ़ाओ, या तो फिर इट्स लाइक हकूना मटाटा, लेट गो, सब ठीक हो जाएगा.
Also, Salman is coming with the movie Kabhi Eid, Kabhi Diwali, and of course, we might get to see a lot of actors. We have been hearing Ayush Sharma, Suraj Pancholi, and Zahir Iqbal to be a part of it, and of course, they would be looking for actresses out there. So, would you like to play a role over there in this movie? Because of course, it's a very
I
big
have
project
no
with
idea,
Sani
first of
Deol.
all, what is the film about. I don't
Yeah.
know what the storyline is.
It's on a
And
secular
again,
lines and all like that.
it
Yeah, it talks about
completely depends. It completely depends on the makers, and if the makers approach me, I will be more than happy to be a part of
Yeah.
it, which has almost 70% of the people whom I know personally, and I have connected with them on a very personal level.
That's actually nice. But if any project you would, want to be a part of, if you have, been attracted to and like, oh, I wish I was a part of this project. Any project like, in 2019, 2018, any movie which was like, oh, amazing movie for you.
I think सांड की आंख.
Yeah.
That was a film that I would want to be a part of, और मैंने सोचा था कि यार काश मुझे ये करने मिलता, because I am a real life rifle shooter also.
Oh,
That
wow.
was really, yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's amazing. But I hope, like, after this, what are you planning? Like, after this quarantine phase is over, like 3rd May is the date which they have decided officially. It might extend also.
Are
What
we
you planning?
really sure that 3rd May is the date?
There are high chances of, it being extended actually. It might go like
I'm not interested in making any khayali pulav here. Let it just get over. उसके बाद सारे plans बनाएंगे. Otherwise,
Yeah.
depression and anxiety will kick in. कि 3rd May को भी lockdown open नहीं हुआ है, and then no, I don't want to go through that mental trouble. And I will wait for the lockdown to get over, and then I will make plans.
Have you tried your hand in baking a cake at home yet?
In fact, I've made one today itself. Yeah, and I have been trying my hands on little bit of baking. I've been making cupcakes. I've been making caramel custard. I've been making puddings. So these are the things that I'm trying to make and trying to learn. So trial and error types. कभी कुछ अच्छा बन जाता है, कभी कुछ डस्टबिन में चला जाता है.
Oh. So apart from this, any plans like, how would you spend your quarantine? Like, what more you want to do during this phase?
I have been thinking of trying on some online classes, but देखते हैं. I'm not so sure. It's just a thought right now. If I happen to get some time, because there are a lot of things that we are doing in the day. I mean, first of all, घर का काम. It has the घर का काम is like जो सुबह से लेके रात तक, मतलब not even like 20 minutes in between you get free for yourself. So that is something that I'm trying to understand or work with, and once I can manage to get like half an hour or 1 hour out of the other things that I'm already doing, then I will definitely enroll myself in some online classes.
Thank you so much, Daisy, for your lovely time, and it was lovely chatting with you. Hope to see you soon in person to know more about, who you have crush on.
Yes.
But all the best for all your projects, and hope to interview for all your movies coming ahead.
Thank you so much. It was lovely talking to you.
Same here. Take care.
Bye. Bye. Take care.